welcome back to the U Up Podcast. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Freed. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you? What's going on? What's the haps? How you feeling?
I am great. I had a lovely Mother's Day weekend.
Happy Mother's Day. Let me say it again. I did send you a text. Check me off that list.
You did. I was surprised. Here's the thing. I was never under the impression that you had to say Happy Mother's Day to anyone besides your own mother.
Listen, that is my dad's policy. My dad was a real asshole to my mom. Growing up, a yearly fight, my dad would go, my mom would be mad that my dad didn't do anything, and my dad would go, "You're not my mother." And it was like his get out, and I was like, I always hated that argument. I'm like, just say it so I don't have to fucking listen to this argument.
Well, I mean, I would say it to my wife, who's the mother of my children. I think I don't know if that's included.
I guess I shouldn't. I'm embarrassed twice. My dad's an asshole, and I'm a big loser for sending you a Happy Mother's Day.
No, it's sweet. No, it was like I got a lot of like for you. I didn't think you needed to, or like if Mike didn't say it, that would be weird.
I wanted to.
No, I know. I got a lot of really nice messages from people. It was like all my friends who were moms sent me like and I'm kind of like, was I supposed to be saying Happy Mother's Day to you all those years? Because I definitely did not. I was not wishing anyone a Happy Mother's Day besides my own mother out of fear and like my grandma.
Yeah, I'm really upset. I haven't gotten one text from you on International Chubby Friend Day, and it's really been bothering me.
You've been waiting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's a thing. Like, did you say Happy Mother's Day to anyone else besides your mother?
Well, I consider you a close friend. I sent to my, listen, it's like happy birthdays. I don't send everyone a happy birthday text. Some people, they're in your happy birthday orbit, and some people move out of that orbit. I'm becoming, in my aged self, I'm becoming okay with the non-happy birthdays, and then the happy birthdays, and the Happy Mother's Day. There's people that came to like our college group chat in the past with a big Happy Mother's Day, and I'm like, what are you looking at?
You're all male college.
Well,
chat,
then there's a mixed one, and that one I'd be like, what are you trying to like get extra credit from the teacher? Like, chill, dude.
A group text. I saw those from some
brutal
family.
No.
Group
like
Happy
that.
Mother's Days. I don't need that. Yeah.
I think if you're sending a group Happy Mother's Day, it's more for you than it is for any of the mothers. Like when I just did a post about this on TikTok. I saw a guy, it was a comic, and he was like, to all the mothers out there, I want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. I was like, what are you, running for office? Get out of here.
There's no joke in there?
No joke. It was actually, we are hitting a time with comedy. This is, they talk about like the fall of Rome.
Yeah.
The comedy bubble is about to pop so fucking hard. It's over. When I saw this guy he was like with his mom. I think he's very funny, but he's like with his mom at the beach, and he's like, to all the mothers, I just want to wish. It was like an infomercial. It was like,
get out of here.
Right. When like the news would do, like the local news would be like, a happy Hanukkah to all the Jewish watchers out there. And you'd be like, get out of here.
I also
News
hate
Channel 7.
Yeah. I hate those. I hate posts that talk about how all moms are the best.
Yeah, no, fuck
moms
that.
Moms are the hardest working people ever. And like,
I know a few lazy moms who suck at their job.
That's what I'm saying. Let's not generalize.
If everyone's a rock star, no one's a rock star.
A mom is the hardest job.
Bill Burr famously has a really great bit about that.
What is it?
Yeah, it's a great bit. You would love. I'm going to send it to you after we're done.
Send it to me. I want to hear it.
He has a great line about how hard was it to put. Yeah, he's like, how hard was it to put the DVD into the player when your kid was sitting there on the couch? It was just very funny bit. Well, that's the thing, like
I know it's here's the thing. I am all for that. My mom is awesome, and here's why. I don't like all moms, all dads, whatever. Like,
right. Here's why my mom is great. She also has some things that I would change. I'm not going to post that on Mother's Day. I'm going to be nice.
Yes.
This isn't Mother Review Day, but it's Mother's Day. We're here to be positive. Someone on my Instagram, I did a question box. They're like, how do you celebrate a mom that you don't like. I was like, oh my God.
They're coming to you for that?
Yeah. I was like,
They have bigger problems.
Yeah, you've come to the wrong guy. Yeah. Stuff all your insecurities about yourself into your fucking pocket and act like a nice person. That would do what I do. You know, like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm here. How come they didn't DM me? I'm just
Yeah. Go to Jordana.
My mom and I are fine these days.
For now. I like but listen, Mother's Day is, I think, that's why I don't buy the Valentine's Day as a corporate holiday. You know, Mother's Day is I'm like, just be cool. Just fucking stop being exhausting for 5 minutes, but then people take it too far. I don't know. So how was your Mother's Day? Your first Mother's Day?
Mike killed it.
You saw the text from me. You lifted the phone. You go, can you believe Jared texted me?
Yeah, that was always all day. We just made fun of you. No, you also sent me like a one of those like greeting cards from a gift from like the year 2002.
I did Google funny Mother's Day gif, and all that came up was "you're a cool mom." So I was like, I'll just send that shit.
It's like not your best work, but I appreciated the sentiment.
I flew all day. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll do better next year.
When your kids are super young, it is Mike's holiday to work for, not theirs. So like he had shit to do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, to me, the kids are facilitated by Mike until they're like what, 15, like for Mother's Day.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. I was like to them, you guys are so lucky because as soon as you're able to write a nice card, he's off.
He's done. It's time.
I'm not going to give a shit what he's writing to me in a card. It's going to be you guys.
Fucking thoughtful. You know what I went through to have both of you guys? You better acknowledge that.
Yes. Literally, that was my speech, and then Mike had to be like, can you stop traumatizing the children?
We're supposed to be playing Beethoven, not you telling them that they didn't write a good enough card before they even had the chance to.
Before they can even say a word. No, he was great. I got a great reservation. I got flowers. I got chocolate. I got an unsolicited got an unsolicited Instagram story post saying something nice about me. That was a nice little unexpected twist.
I think I saw that. I did see Mike's post. It was nice. It was a good one.
I didn't ask him to do that.
No, it was a good one. Listen, there's a fine line between for me and for you, and that felt like it was for us. It was a nice tribute. But I see some posts that I'm like, you can't do this every year. It's got, you got to come up with new shit.
Yeah, you got to keep it simple. One line, maybe two.
It's got to be simple, and it's got to seem like you've had a year together. It can't be the same shit. He can't be talking about how hard this road was.
Yeah, no, this is it.
5 years. This is
the only one.
This is how hard this was year. Yeah.
Next year, all smiles. Next year, we forget the past.
Right. We're on to the future.
Yeah, but do you ever see like some men post for their wives, and you can kind of tell that they hate them, and they're just like making them do the post. Where they've been like, it's like the post that has like that. It's like Happy Mother's Day to like the best, and then it's like you clearly hate this person, and they were like, "Where's my post?"
Totally. It was like they didn't get ahead. There was no. You can see
it's like
them.
Save the marriage post. It's a save.
Right. You can tell, and then the things that they talk about in that caption, you're like, "Oy, this is what you think about when you think of them as a mom. Like you're good at doing the diapers. You're good at cleaning up. It's like, are they your maid?
Right.
Like what's going on?"
Yeah, you keep our family in check. It's like
right.
Sounds fucking terrifying.
Yeah, keep our family in check is such a good. You're right. That's the one that like. Yeah. This tyrant.
Yes. So I just came up with an idea for Father's Day.
Yeah.
People, because I want you guys to submit posts that you see online about women's tributes to the Father's Day, and we'll decide if they're going to get divorced or not.
Divorced or no? What we need a better name, but I love that idea.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel free to submit people you see on Instagram. Your celebrities.
Totally. Celebrity Father's Day posts. Send us the Father's Day post or send us the Mother's Day post that you saw. Now that we're beyond it, Send us a Mother's Day post that you saw that you were like, what did J&J think about it?
Right. That you sent the story to your friend on Instagram. You DM'd the story to your friend on Instagram and speculated if things were okay.
And we will believe us when we say we will keep this anonymous, and we'll make sure to protect the innocents, protect the shit talkers out there.
Send us the pictures. We're not going to post the pictures. We're just going to read the copy. We're going to read the copy.
In addition to all this, we do have a medium announcement. It's not even a medium announcement. It's an announcement, guys. If you love this show, you're gonna love You Up with Benefits. I meet benefit subscribers every day, it seems, and we talk more about our lives, what goes on behind the scenes. We get very personal on benefits, and right now we are adding video. Right, Jordana?
We're adding video. You guys asked for it. We're delivering. And you can lock in the same rate that you have currently. You can lock in $39.99 a year rate before it becomes $6.99 a month or $54.99 a year starting in June. So if you want that lower pricing, subscribe for the year before June 1st. People really love it. I think we get a lot of listeners who really enjoy the subscription episodes. So if you want to hear more from us, 2 bonus episodes a month, all the episodes ad-free, a day early, and now video too.
What are we talking about today, Jordana? I was in LA. I met so many LA fans. Life is good. Let's get into the show.
All right, let's do it. Wow, that was good for us. We're jumping right in.
Well, I thought we had some really funny stuff in the beginning about Mother's Day. I think we really could. If I'm to give a review of this episode as it's happening, that was a fun interaction that I fully enjoyed. And yeah, I think there's plenty there for people to chew on. But we had a lot to talk about today.
We do. We have a lot of emails.
I'm on the road too. We got your problems. I'm also on the road. I am gonna be in Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Is that like a cowboy town? It's more like artsy. Right?
Yeah, it's a little more artsy. Okay. It's a little more tech bro. I guess it would be like. I guess it wouldn't be yeehaw.
It's like where your chill tech bro goes, I guess.
Right. Patagonia vest instead of yeehaw. Yeah. Like debits and credits. I'll be in Austin. Cryptocurrency. Maybe that.
Yeah, a little of that.
Done in the same yeehaw way. I'm going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. What would be their version of yeehaw? I guess shorts in the winter. Men wear shorts in the winter. Okay.
I don't think. Have I been to Cleveland?
Have you been to Cleveland?
So. I don't think I've been to Cleveland.
Cleveland is. I'm a fan of Cleveland, Ohio. Ohio City. That's where they tell you to go. 4th Street. I'm going to be at Hilarities. I always have a good time in Cleveland. What are they called? There's a Jewish area that Shaker Heights. That's where the Jews seem to live.
That sounds familiar. Okay.
Shaker Heights. That's Cleveland built to look like New York. Very New York. It's kind of like the architecture. Very New York City-ish. The Hamptons. I'm going to be in the Hamptons staying with Jordana. Get the guest room ready.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Miami, Red Bank, New Jersey has been added. Foxwoods, Portland, Maine. Also, I have a book tour, Walking Red Flag. The book is right here. There it is. I got the hardcover. This is the paperback. Walking Red Flag. I'm doing a book tour, New York, Boston, Philly, DC, Chicago, Denver. So all those tickets and books and all of that, jaredfree.com. You can pre-order the book. You can pre-order the audio book that I did. You can pre-order the Kindle. You can pre-order the hard all that stuff. So
pre-order all of it. One of each.
Pre-order all of it. Yeah, get the book. Just get the book.
Just do it. Just do it. Just don't think about it. Just do it.
Just fucking
buy
it. Just fucking buy it.
Yeah.
So let's do the emails.
$15. Just buy the book.
$27. Someone sent
expensive.
me. Yeah, it's a little expensive. Gas is expensive. I'm sorry. You don't have
expensive.
to buy it. Listen. Just listen to this show and tell a friend. I don't know. I
do whatever you feel.
I've become like very woo-woo with the whole thing. I'm not going to force people. I feel very lucky. You know, LA, I was there for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. The talk of the town was how hard it is to sell tickets.
Yes.
And
Sold out?
people came out. We didn't sell out.
Oh, sorry. Sold greatly?
Sold greatly. I had a guy that I went to college with. There was 4 open seats in the front row, and he walked in 20 minutes into my set. A guy I went to college with. Wouldn't you, like, if someone was like, hey, we're here a little late, wouldn't you, like, sit in the back? Like, wouldn't you, like, if you knew the guy?
That's crazy. Were there seats in the back available?
I don't give a fuck. If I walk in 20 minutes into a show that had an opener, we had an opener that did 20.
I would never walk in 20 minutes late to a show. If I was more than 15 minutes late, I would just say, I'm going to have to get the next one.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's rude.
I'm not.
It's like being 15 minutes. If you were 20 minutes late to a workout class.
Oh, no way.
I wouldn't go 20 minutes late.
I'm not going.
Class.
There's no fucking way.
It's rude.
Because the whole workout class, I would think to myself, yeah, this was good, but you missed the first 10 minutes.
Right.
So you didn't get the workout, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I would think of it the same way. Anyway.
Listen, if you come late to my show, just make sure, just sit in the back. I don't have the confidence to just strut through a room like I'm a parade float.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, do you ever show up late to a wedding?
Oh, way back. Yeah. No, I late to a wedding. All I can think about is like the bride walking down with her dad, and then I'm like, oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
like that's like my worst nightmare.
It's you and her dad walking her down,
right?
Because you're late.
Is Jared close with her? Yeah. No, he's late.
he's just walking to his seat. Yeah.
That is my worst nightmare.
If you were 20 minutes late to a wedding ceremony, I would just skip the ceremony. People would prefer that. People prefer that. Yeah.
I
certainly wouldn't go to the front of the fucking aisle.
My dream in life, fuck no. My dream in life for a wedding, I want someone to go, Jared was there? Oh, yeah. He was good. He was good to hang with at the end. I don't want to be like
that memorable.
Yeah, Jared was there. Yeah, I don't want to be that memorable.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
What are we talking about today?
Let's get into it. I'll read our first email.
Please.
Hey, J&J, long-time listener, first-time writer. I have a weird situation happening. I was single for 6 years straight up until 2019 when I met my ex-fiance. We were together 5 years and broke up 1 year ago. I then went on a date almost immediately after the breakup as a distraction tactic and fell in love almost straight away. Fast forward 1 year and we are living together and I'm pregnant. I know it's very fast, but we're going with it. Congrats. I broke up with my fiance for basically being a bit of a bum. He couldn't drive, only worked part-time, didn't pay anything towards the bills, and refused to do any housework.
I'm sure all our listeners are wet right now by the description.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I tried to help him find a job, and we had the same conversations over and over about bills and housework until I finally decided to end it. At the time, I thought us breaking up would be a wake-up call and force him into action to get a proper job and learn how to drive. But he moved out that day. What is he, like your teenage son? He really is but he moved out that day to live with his mom.
You're not going to just sit around in my house.
I mean, he can't drive and he doesn't have a job. That's tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
And learned how to drive. But he moved out that day to live with his mom. I'm assuming she's from the UK.
British.
Yes. And my friend found him on Tinder a week later. A year later, and he is still living with his mom. He is 37.
Hot.
Despite this, I am very much the villain in this story. He told me countless times after the breakup that I ruined his life. I stole everything from him. He means the house I own and my 2 dogs. And then it's my fault he's back at his mom's. I also still see him liking things on Instagram about narcissistic exes and women who will ruin your life, etc. This guy is down bad. He also contacted my mom a few months after we broke up to try to convince her that I was cheating on him and ruined his life. I'm so scared that when he hears I'm pregnant, all of this hate is going to resurface and he's going to try and cause drama. We live in a really small town in the UK, so we know lots of people in common. And while I haven't seen him since the breakup, I have bumped into his friends a few times. What should I do? Should I contact him to tell him and get ahead of it? Should I warn my new partner that I think he'll try to contact us? Should I just forget all about it and stop worrying? Signed, a hormonal ex-batch.
Well, I'm sorry she's going through this. This stinks. This is no fun, especially while you're pregnant. You should be happy and excited and, kind of feeding delusion a little bit. right? Like, hey, I got this, especially when you're a year in and it happens quickly. You just want to kind of run with it.
Yeah.
And you don't want
Not have
anyone
to
poking
overthink
holes.
everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is a situation that makes you second guess how you're leading your life, which is no fun, like during a time that should be fun and full of dreams and optimism. Don't you think, Jordana? Like,
right. And now she has to manage this guy's like potential feelings in relation to this thing, which I understand. And like, isn't the worst thing in the world that she's like cognizant of how he might take the news? It sounds like he's not doing well. This is a person she once really cared about. So I'm sure she's like, it's nice that I think she has his reaction in the back of his mind. It sounds like she has pretty negative feelings, but
I'm cognizant of women I dated hearing that I have a girlfriend and these women are doing well and great. Like
right.
Like it is not beyond me to be aware of other people's feelings in relation to how your life is going. Like, I mean, I have that feeling with a book coming out. I have that feeling with a special coming out. And it's these whispers you hear in the back of your head during your darker moments of your day or week where you're like almost believing the invented conversations that you have that you're writing for them.
Right.
Like she's probably sitting there just thinking of what he would be saying when he hears, and she probably hasn't talked to him in a long time. Like, and then she's seeing the likes and all that stuff, and that doesn't help. Who could he be talking about when he likes the
right. Well, here's the thing. If you're liking that shit, you need to see a therapist. Like anyone.
Yeah, his For You page is the saddest form of losery that could ever exist.
Yeah, those people are never doing well. And it sounds like she's very aware that he's not. Should she tell him, I guess, is her question. Should she tell the baby daddy? What do you think? Would you want to know?
I think
from her?
I do, if
let's put you in this guy's position.
Right.
Let's say you're 37, you're living with your mom, your ex broke up with you, she kicked you out of the house that she owns, the 2 dogs are gone, you're living with your mom.
I
you're
can't
still
drive.
Obviously, you're still very much not over this person.
I have a big penis though, because he has to have a big penis to let all this stuff happen.
Something drove her there, yeah.
She saw something in him that was good. Why would you date a guy with no job, living off of you?
For 5 years.
For 5 years, like other than a big penis. Like I know I'm being funny at the same time. I'm like kind of wondering,
well, big penis could mean anything really positive. Right. Something very positive about
what is his big penis? That's what I'm wondering. Also, you have to have a big penis to have the confidence to not have a license and not have a job and live off of your girlfriend. Like, what is his version of that? I wonder.
Maybe he's very funny.
I would love to believe that about myself. Like I want to just take a scoop of his big penis and eat it just to know what it feels like to be that confident, to like be 37 and just like, because he's also delusional. He also is self-conscious. He's going to your mom to convince her that he's not a loser, because the only way he's not a loser is if you cheated. He needs to make you evil. Like all this is pretty brutal.
Putting yourself in his position, you're him.
Okay. Big penis, no job.
Yes. Big penis, no job, live with your mom, right. No driver's license. Your ex-girlfriend who broke up with you a year ago is pregnant with the guy she just started dating like a week after she broke up with you. Do you want her to tell you?
See, in this world, if I heard about it, I wouldn't be angered by that. Like it's hard for me to understand.
You're an angry guy.
Right. Say. If I'm an angry guy, I guess like.
Well, anger is a secondary emotion. You're actually just quite hurt.
Right. And because I'm trying to like understand his position, but like I can't understand this guy at all. Like it's so not how I would operate. Like, because if I heard that like my ex was pregnant after she went out with the next guy, I'd be like, ugh, I guess, I guess I would be like, if she contacted
she broke up
me,
with
I'd
you?
be like, what? Right. I guess I would be like,
Well, I'm trying to put myself in his position.
How would you feel if you were him?
Okay. A guy breaks up with me. He impregnates a woman the week after he breaks up with me. I'm probably pretty devastated.
You're devastated by that? By hearing that he has a baby the next week?
100%. Are you crazy?
Really?
Yeah, and I'm living with my mom. And my ex broke up with me. I'm kicked out of his house, and now I'm living with my mom, and I don't have a job or license, and my boyfriend that broke up with me just got another woman pregnant, and they're together and happy. It's a year later and they're already having a baby. Yeah, that's pretty devastating. You're like, what's upsetting about that?
Right. I don't.
Yeah, no, I would be very upset. So I'm trying to think who I would want to hear about this from. I think I would want to hear about this from a friend of mine who knew how to speak to me and actually had my best interests at heart.
Yeah, but
someone who could tell me in a certain way.
That is out of the control of the emailer.
Right. So I'm saying, do I want to hear? Do I want my ex-boyfriend to call me on the phone and say, Jordana, I wanted you to hear it from me?
Would it feel like he's bragging?
No, I think it would. I would imagine it would feel like it was to protect me. I don't think anyone who breaks up with someone needs to brag. If it was like, if she's the one who got broken up with, it would sound like bragging.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Do you know what I mean? She's above already. You're starting above.
But I'm saying, you wouldn't receive it as bragging, like as kicking you in.
No, I would see it as them trying to feel like there was respect left in the relationship. Like they respected me enough that they didn't want me to hear it from someone else, that they wanted to hear it from me.
See, we can't speak to what his reaction's going to be as much as I can speak to like her, the emailer. Like if I were her, the hardest thing to do is really the answer, because she's keeping herself attached to this guy to try and like clean up a thing. Or like I've done this where you check in with people you used to be with to make sure they're okay.
Are they in contact?
Well, for her to see that he's liking posts by wehatewomen.com, for her to see that means she's in this small town in the UK, so they're hearing about each other. It feels like she's close enough to kind of check in with him to make sure that the bomb won't go off. Like, and she's also like not even going to get ahead of the bomb going off. She's just waiting for the next horrible thing to happen, which is like very something I can understand. Like if I were her and I wanted to take control of the situation, I would do like a number of things, which is like, and knowing that he's a little bit like
of an angry guy,
like, hey, I just want to like get in touch with you to let you know what's going on in my life and how I'm going to move on from this. Because I get word back that you contacted my mom. I get word back from people in our small town. I don't think it's good for my mental health. And she's allowed to have her own mental health stuff. To keep seeing that you admit, I see the post you like. I see it feels personal. And if it's not, that's okay. That's going to make him
feel like even bigger of a loser. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't, but I'm saying for her, get away from the loser.
I see you've been acting like a big fucking loser. Everyone notices. It's making everyone uncomfortable, and we're really scared of you because you're like pretty pathetic seeming right now. So
and I'm
we're
not
really
a baby.
Sure what to
Please stay away.
Yeah, like that sounds like, I feel like that makes you into the villain. Because she's not the villain. She's just someone who moved on and was single and met someone.
What if she did this? She blocked him and had him unfollowed. Like basically did a social media.
I think that's going to make him more angry.
But let him come to you. I think because I think there's an element there where she's keeping in touch with him. She is. I think that's like hurting her. Like, she's seeing who he likes on Instagram.
Right.
If you're seeing that you're too close, unfollow and block.
But I think if you're still in contact, I would send a text and I would say, hey, I hope you're doing okay. I wanted you to hear from me, and I didn't want you to hear randomly from a person. I met someone shortly after we started dating, and I'm actually having a baby with them. I didn't want you to just hear randomly. It doesn't, take away from the relationship we had. I know it was fast. I know it might be like surprising, and I just wanted to let you know so that you didn't hear from Billy at the pub or whatever.
And don't
something,
worry,
like,
your
nice and
penis is
respectful.
bigger. Yeah.
Yes. And then if he's like a normal person, which I mean, it sounds like he's not really, but if he was like a nice, normal person, he would say, congratulations, like, wish you well. And then like, it would be very clear that you wouldn't be speaking anymore.
Here's something that maybe she needs to hear, but she already knows. And I agree with that advice. I'm with you. No one's believing his side of the story. Like,
Yeah.
she seems very concerned. She says, I'm very much the villain in his story. That is only something he believes, along with the people he does drugs with. There's no one that believes that story no matter what. Everyone considers someone's full story to then take their other story.
And here's the thing. No one is a villain who leaves a relationship that they're no longer interested in being in. That doesn't make someone a villain.
Right. Like, it's even like when I think of like, she's like, to her, this is her version of like an internet commenter. Like, when I see someone comment, right, that's basically you're living in the when I see someone comment negatively about me, and it's not about like what I did or said, I'm always like, oh, they just are taking out their shit on me.
Right. They're just sad.
Right. They're just sad. Like, if they got specific and had an argument to have, I would go, oh, okay, well, now I can think this through and debate my opinion. But if it's just you're mean for breaking up with me.
Yeah. No, I think, yeah. And I think that if you dated someone for 5 years and you're a year out, I think it's a nice thing to do to let them know.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Not in a condescending, angry way, but just
you can't say I'm doing great. Don't say I'm doing great. I'm very happy. We're about to have a small family, and I can't wait for next Mother's Day. You can wish me a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, I hope you see me around town looking super pregnant with another man's baby.
Right. His penis is also big. Let's do an icky or picky.
Let's do it. Okay.
This is the game that's sweeping the country. It is you got the ick and you are asking us to decide whether you were valid in your ickery or you were being a little picky.
Let's find out.
J&J, love you both. I have an icky or picky for you. I, 39 female, met a guy, 39 male, for a first date. He asked, would you be free for brunch or coffee? And I said, yes, Saturday at noon. He picked a restaurant and agreed to meet. He called 20 minutes before the date with a change of location. He said he had gotten to the restaurant early and it wasn't open that day. He provided a new location and I really appreciated the clear and easy communication. Before we hung up, he said, what would you like to drink? I thought that was strange since I usually order once I arrive, but said I would start with water. Once I arrived 5 minutes late, he had a bottle of water waiting for me, and I noticed he'd purchased a pastry and coffee for himself. He had eaten half of the pastry and had almost finished his coffee. We sat for an hour at a self-serve lunch place, Corner Bakery, and he never offered me anything. No pastry, no lunch, no nothing.
No pastry? No chocolate chip cookie? No croissant?
No baked good? No artisanal cheese? No vino? I was starving, but I really wanted to see how he handled things without me prompting or saying anything, so I didn't say anything. The only redeeming aspect of this story is that he was a good conversationalist and I actually enjoyed the connection. At the end of the date...
That's the most important redeeming aspect.
Yeah, the only redeeming aspect is that he was gorgeous and really good at talking to me and really understood me as a person.
An amazing personality.
I'm starving.
But I had no pastry, so fuck it all.
At the end of the date, he asked to see me again, but I don't foresee it happening on my end. Is it icky or picky? He didn't offer food while meeting me at noon, but fed himself a pastry before I arrived. P.S. I left there and met family afterwards. My sister-in-law bought me lunch and said this guy wasn't worth a second date. Sincerely, one starving bitch.
Why does she need everyone to...
She's starving. Hey, bitch, how about you get up and get yourself something to eat? Stop testing people. That's my big
crazy.
thing.
Yeah, she'd rather be hungry than get a pastry. Okay, here's the thing with this situation is when he asked her, I'm like imagining, I haven't been to this exact corner bakery, but I'm imagining a setup where you have to like go online to order the thing and then you sit down. So this guy asked her, he asked her, what would you like to drink on the phone so that he could order her something.
Right. He was probably already in
so
line.
that he could order a coffee.
Yeah.
Right. So she said water. So he's assuming that's all she wanted. So to me, it's like if he asked her that, and he did ask her like to try to feed her or buy her a coffee, and she said water. So it's probably, I would imagine it's one of those situations where it's like kind of awkward to go get something else. You have to like get up from the table and go stand there.
I'm not 100% on his side.
Okay.
Like, let me just.
I do think
everything
at some point throughout the coffee thing, he should have said, "Do you want anything? I can go grab it."
Everything you said is an option in a series of options of what occurred on this coffee pastry, no pastry date. I do not think it's his responsibility to take care of her as if she's a fussy toddler. I do think it is way more normal to be like, do you need anything else? Do you want to go up in line? I'll save the table. You go up. Do you want a coffee? I can go get you.
She could have done that.
But she could have done that as well. And I'm with you. Here's the thing. So the answer's in the emails. Anytime you write, I was starving, but I really wanted to see how he handled things without me prompting or saying anything, so I didn't say anything. You are not being yourself on the date. Why are you the one testing him? Like, let's do the test. Let's do the checklist after with your sister-in-law when you guys go out afterwards. But like, hey, I'm starving. I got to go get something. Oh my God. That gives him a chance. Oh my God, I didn't get anything because I called,
you said you just wanted water.
So
I wasn't sure if you were going to eat anything. Yeah.
Right. And first dates are a little awkward and you're not sure where you're being too much or too little. Who knows what insecurities he has? But I would say that you're being picky if you didn't even allow him to be the awful person that you're turning him into via this test you're giving him.
I agree. I think I think those places are particularly like weird with that. Where there's no waiter. That's kind of why it's like tough to have that be like a romantic setting. Like I feel awkward when I go to meet coffee, like a work person, like when I have like a business meeting at a coffee shop, and then I have to get up and like go get it. And then I'm wondering, should I get them something, or like they're going to get there later than me? Do they want to get their own thing? I don't want to like force them to tell me their order, or they have to look at the menu. Like it's like a whole, that's why I wouldn't recommend like a place like that for a date. I think it's like not sexy and a little uncomfortable, but I think he did ask her. His intention was to buy you a coffee. That's why he asked you what you wanted to drink.
Intention or no intention, I just think testing someone on a date like that.
Well, she's only punishing herself. She's the one who's hungry.
Right. I'm starving and I just wanted to see what would happen. Like, sorry, sir. And for that reason, you know, it's like missing something in the, hey, you got to the end of the level, but you didn't check off the I'm starving box. So for that reason, I'm out. You know, it's like.
Right. And I don't think this is something to end something with, especially if she said they had a great connection and the conversation was was great.
Otherwise, yeah, he offered to go down on me, so he was always eating. Not me though. I don't know. I and also to me this, you're being picky, and your sister-in-law is the worst person you could ever go to for advice. Like that's all that's been proven by this email.
Well, his sister-in-law is just pissed off she had to pay for her lunch.
Right. She's out $20.
Yeah.
Let's do another email.
Let's do it.
UUP@Betches.com. Keep sending yours in. We love the specificity.
Yes. Well, it's a good question though, quickly. When you do a coffee date, because you've done coffee dates, do you go to a place like this, or do you go to a place with a waiter?
Well, I'd go to any place. I really don't. I would go to, listen.
How do you handle the ordering if you go to this kind of place?
If I went to a counter service place, I would wait for them to get there and then go to the counter together. So
you go together.
We'll take a walk to the counter. Let's establish a seat. then go to the counter. Let me get it. I got you.
You pay for
whatever.
yours. She
I'll
pays
pay
for her.
Yeah. 2 credit cards. We're gonna do 2 separate orders. No, well, let's establish a meeting. I think you have to meet at the place. If you're going to do a daytime meetup situation that is not a restaurant with a waiter, it's a counter situation. Get to the restaurant, get to the place. Hey, great to see you. I've always heard good things about this place. Yeah, I've never been to a Chipotle. Come on in. And then you guys go together. And then at the end, we're together. And then, oh, no. These are all together. I got it. I got her burrito
latte.
bowl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm a let's meet and then I'll get stuff. I think he got ahead of himself.
I think he thought he was being smooth by being like, I'll just get it for you. And so it's here when you arrive.
Right. Listen, mistakes were made, but that doesn't mean your connection was like ruined by this idea that he didn't, hit the button that said feed me.
I agree. Not everyone knows how to handle like an awkward setup of a restaurant.
Yeah, we're all trying. We're all in like best behavior, and that kind of, what a small swing, small hit. What is, play small, win small. This is like kind of what can happen. I don't know. It's picky to me.
I agree. All right, let's do another one. I'll
Go
read
for it.
All right. Hi, J&J. Been a listener since 2017, and all these years later, You Up is still my favorite podcast.
We have stood the test of time.
Love it. This might be my longest relationship to date. Keep up the good work. We'll take all the credit.
Yes, it's us.
I was hoping you could settle a debate between my husband and me. Recently, my mom was going through old things at our family home and sent me a photo of me in grade 7 on the bus with my first boyfriend. Let's call him Andrew. The photo made me smile so much. I felt so nostalgic and just genuinely grateful that I had such a sweet, positive first experience with love. I must be about 13 in this photo, and he is maybe 14. And to add to it, at the time, we were actually living in a remote oil camp in Nigeria because of our parents' work and attending an international school. Okay, that adds to it.
Totally changes everything. But also, what is she, like this is like the premise of a Disney Channel original movie. Like who has that childhood?
It's kind of the premise of like Mean Girls. She like comes from.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
she like her parents.
Right.
She was like homeschooled in Africa until she comes to the. Anyway, so it really brought me back to this wild, specific little world that very few people in our lives really understand. We broke up, quote unquote, at the end of grade 7 because his family moved away for another posting. As adults, we have loosely kept in touch on social media, congratulating each other on new jobs, life milestones, that kind of thing. I'm 30 now. We are both married and he lives in Australia. Okay, here's the debate. When I got the photo, I wanted to send it to him. It reminded me of such a sweet and happy time, and I was just charmed by how young and cute we looked. I envisioned a short message along the lines of, "Look what we stumbled upon at my parents' house. It brought back such fun memories of middle school. I feel so grateful to have had such a positive first relationship experience. Anyway, I thought I would share the nostalgia. Hope you and your wife are enjoying Australia. Take care." My husband thinks this is so cringe at best and weird to reach out to an ex like this with a memory of your relationship, even a childhood one. His take is that no guy cares about nostalgia and these things the way that women do, and that at best it is awkward, and at worst his wife sees it and thinks I am making a move. I, on the other hand, think it is sweet and a nice way to let someone know you have fond memories of them. Either way, we have had a good laugh debating it. We needed the male-female perspective. So what say the J&J? Thanks, cringe or cute?
I love this email. And she sends the picture, and it is a very cute picture. It's a very like middle school boyfriend, girlfriend picture.
Agreed.
He had great hair. I would wonder what his hair looks
Very
like
long.
these days. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
what
do you agree with her? Do you agree with her? I feel like you do always say that men don't care about nostalgia.
I agree with the husband that I don't know how it will be received. Like, I don't know how it makes, like, as far as like how it makes a guy feel. Like, I'm like a little bit embarrassed by an old picture. I'm not like, I don't find the fun in an old picture that I sense a lot of women have with an old picture. Like, I don't have
love
the fun.
I love an old picture.
You love an old picture. Every woman I've ever come in contact with loves an old picture and loves the more embarrassing and the worse they look, the better. Like, and I have no want for that. I have no. It also makes my stomach a little queasy.
All right. Well, let's put yourself in this guy in the guy who lives in Australia's place. You have a girlfriend.
Thank you for
in
doing
this case,
this.
a wife, yeah.
Well, a wife, thank you for doing this, because I do think that this email, the way it's written, is the reason we do this show. This is both. I think they're both right. Like, I think to send the picture to someone that you have this very specific experience with is totally nice and wonderful.
Cute.
Like,
yeah,
cute. And oh my God, my family found this picture, just wanted to send hope all as well. I think her message is cringe. I think her message goes a step further than anyone would have to go.
I totally agree. I was going to say that. I think edit the message to say, look what we stumbled upon at my parents' house. It brought back such fun memories of middle school. That's it.
Right. And she said it when people say things twice, I'm like, what the fuck? Explain that. She said it to us in the beginning where she's like, it brought me such a sweet, positive first experience. I was so genuinely grateful that I had such a sweet and positive first experience with, quote, love. And then in her message, the fact that she goes back to that theme, if I'm the husband, I'd be like, wait a minute. In the email you wrote how nice it is that your first experience with love was so nice and genuine. And then you have to write it to this guy too? Are you not doing well with love right now? Like, I would be like, what the fuck?
Are things okay?
Right. What's going on when someone like doth protest too much?
Right.
Like,
and that would be the part as the guy's wife that would kind of annoy me.
Right.
Where he was like talking about how great the relationship was. It's like, why aren't you guys still together? I don't.
Right. Well, how great it was. You don't know. It was great because of everything around you. Like, even what she's saying is a little bit like, are you delusional? Like, you were in a foreign country. You're in this special situation. You're at this school that only you two would understand. You don't have credit card bills. You don't pay a mortgage. Like, all those things go into why this part of life was so fun and nostalgic and wonderful. Like, when someone's like, oh, I miss the pandemic when we could just sit inside. I'm like,
are you okay?
Are you good?
Right. And I mean, I think here's the thing. I understand how she like sees this picture and she does have a really good memory of it. And it was a really good relationship for her. And it did set those things. And I can understand being like, because sometimes you see a picture and you have an association with it and you're like, I feel like a little alone in this, like, and that's why women, I think, also like send each other a lot of like old pictures. Is you're like, it brings you back to that moment, and you're like, it's a little more fun to like talk about this moment, to like make fun of our Halloween costume in 7th grade with like someone else who was in the picture who also wore this stupid Halloween costume.
Right, and maybe because for women of that age, everything's more dramatic. And everything's more feelings based.
Yeah.
Like going back to that time and like laughing at it, like you can kind of like say, see, it wasn't so bad, or we didn't need to cry about that guy or whatever. And I think for a lot of men, there's like, we wore a costume and we got drunk and that was it.
Right. It's not loaded with as much emotions maybe than as women. But I can understand why she'd want to, I can understand why she'd be like, why she would think all these things about this picture. But I wouldn't say that to him. That doesn't feel appropriate.
Right.
But I would say, I think it's totally cool and fun to send, if you're still in touch with this person and you have a fun picture that you saw, I would send it to them and say like, look at this picture that they just found in my mom's house. So funny. Hope all's well.
Yeah, not everything has to go to, like, I can appreciate that she has those feelings too. Like, I think even to discuss it with your husband, oh my God, it was nice that I got such a good like first relationship because I didn't become like bitter, and that's why I was like great with you. Like, this is a part of my story. I can understand even going that direction. It's saying it to him and making that have to be his story as well. Or
yeah, that's a little flirty.
It's a little flirty. I agree with you.
I think it's a little flirty to reference the relationship aspect of it, especially when the picture is from when you were like 12 years old.
Right.
Like it's not necessary.
That first kiss we had underneath the Nigerian apple tree. It was just such a beautiful memory. Oh, it's just very when we had that Lion King moment. So
yeah, I think agreed.
We
Both
fully
cute
agree.
and cringe.
Cute and cringe.
It doesn't need your own caption. It doesn't need it.
Yeah, the picture isn't cringy. You are cringy.
There we go.
Let's play some red flag deal breaker. You ready?
Yep.
You're dating. Everything's great. One thing happens. Is it a red flag? You notice it and you stick with it, or is it a deal breaker? You end it sight unseen. You ready?
Yep.
J&J and latest guest. Well, it's just us today. Wanted your take on this. I guess it's kind of a red flag or deal breaker. I took some fire profile pics this past fall. Have had no issue getting dates. Well,
okay.
Johnny Confidence writing in.
Why are you here?
I think, all is good. Go out there and fuck. Quality is the challenge, as we know. They definitely show off my smile, which I've always been complimented on. I had the unfortunate luck to end up needing a front bottom tooth removed in December, right next to my canine. There's no hiding this hole in my smile. I'm one of those weirdos that smiles with my whole mouth. Big cheese. I'm in the process of getting an implant, but you have to wait months for things to heal beforehand. I'm familiar with this. My dad is a big missing tooth guy. He's always healing.
He's a missing tooth?
He got like teeth replacements, and a big part of it is like the root healing, where there's this like mismanagement of time that goes on between missing tooth and receiving tooth. You know what I mean?
So it's a real dilemma.
Seems like this is what she's dealing with. I haven't put up any pictures featuring this new gap in my smile, and I'm wondering if I need to, or if I need to disclose this when bantering beforehand. We all have our icks, but I think if a temporary missing tooth is a deal breaker, then you're not my kind of guy. So red flag, hiding the tooth until we meet. Is it a fair deal breaker? Can't wait to hear what you think. Best, a toothsome bitch. What do you think, Jordan?
This is a tough one.
Is it? Okay.
I thought about this a little bit, when I had my braces in.
Yes.
Obviously they were for my wedding, so I wasn't dating at the time. But I was thinking, like, if I was dating and I had this lisp, would I wait until I got my braces off? Would I disclose it? Should I disclose it? How would I feel if someone was like turned off if they got to the date and I was there? So I do understand her dilemma here, because like, I don't think she goes, it's not my kind of guy. If you see the tooth and you're icked out, I can imagine going on a date with a guy. He's missing his front center tooth.
Okay.
I think I might be like, it might be hard to get the same level of attraction as if he didn't.
That's interesting. I would not feel this at all. I don't think she
Really?
has to disclose. Yeah. I think you only have to I don't think you have to disclose. I think you have to acknowledge.
You
if
shouldn't
someone
say
says,
like, by the way, I'm getting this filled in.
oh no, at the date. I think if you get weird, like, I'll tell you that once I trust you, like, that's weird. I don't think you need to like build a bunch of trust to talk about it. I do think if you match on a dating app and then you show up and you're like, I need to warn you before we start. I know you saw my pictures, but I'm going through a tooth thing, and FYI, I would, because you're going to fix that. That's not who you are indefinitely. And like a tooth,
Right,
isn't really like, hey, like, it's not like you're gonna be what they saw. Do you know what I mean?
minus one tooth.
And then you're gonna be back to that at a later date.
Yeah,
That is who you are. You are the person with the teeth.
They're seeing the house under construction.
Right. There's a room with a big sheet over it and a tarp, and
that'll be fixed by the time you move in.
Yeah. Do you want to see the plans? They're on my profile. This is what it will look like.
Yeah. And I mean, again, someone could be like it's hard for me to imagine living here. Like I'm like, I remember when I was looking for a house, I actually saw a house like that we really liked the house, but like the bathroom was like under construction, or they were moving the bathroom, or like they were planning to like move this bathroom to create another bathroom by the time they like closed on the house. And I remember kind of feeling like, I don't know if I want to get into this. It's like a little under construction. Like, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if I want to buy it yet. So I could understand someone being like, I'm a little more hesitant, maybe.
I think no. Well, I could understand that with anything where you're under construction. Like when I went out with women, I wasn't drinking and I went to a coffee place and I was, I'm gonna have a coffee, and they were like, I'm gonna have a drink. The review is, do I want to go out with this guy who's under construction that needed to take a month off from drinking to see how he was feeling? Do I want to date someone who's going through that? Same with the tooth. I can understand that, but I don't think that's a reason that you have to get in front of it. Like, I don't think you're lying.
That's true.
There's a woman at my gym. She has braces. I saw her the other day. I was like, hey, how you doing? She's like, these braces. And I talked about you having the braces. And I go, and
one of your even bigger braces disaster than yours. This woman, my podcast host.
She couldn't even speak. She sounded like, she had a lisp, but I said to her, I go, congratulations on the braces. That's good for you. And she was like, she's like, I gotta wear these braces 6 months. And I'm like, yeah, but you're doing this because you want to be better.
That's true.
And that's an under construction that is good. And that you go, I wouldn't have an issue with it personally.
Right.
I'm like,
do you think she should acknowledge it when she gets there?
Yeah, I think.
Or wait for him to ask.
No.
Where's your tooth?
Let him off the hook. That's him. Right. Because then I wouldn't ask. I'd be like, I guess maybe I would.
I think if someone didn't say anything, it would be a little bit weird.
I think vulnerability produces vulnerability. Hey, listen, I know I'm a big smiley bitch on my profile, but you're going to notice that I'm missing a tooth. I think immediately you get closer. Immediately you're revealing stuff.
Right. I ate a lot of candy. It's gone. I just love candy.
My parents were big tooth fairy people, and I need the money. So I just pulled the tooth.
Yeah, I would have at least like 6 jokes about the tooth in your back pocket to just throw out on the date too.
Let's do another.
All right. Hi, J&J. Love the pod. Congrats to you two on a huge year. I have a red flag or deal breaker.
It's a big year.
It is. That's about my brother-in-law's new girlfriend. He's 32, the girlfriend's 28, and they've been dating for a few months. He recently went to her house for the first time and saw that it is a hoarder's house. Piles of stuff everywhere, including completely covering the couch and filling the kitchen sink. Wow. She used to live in this house with her parents, and they moved out a couple of years ago, and she's been living alone since. She blames the parents, saying that they're hoarders and she's busy, so she's just continued to live with their mess.
Sure.
But if you were bothered by it, wouldn't you have done something to clean in the past 2 years? Could this be a sign that she is actually also a hoarder, and my brother-in-law should consider this if they get more serious? Red flag, my brother-in-law should just keep an eye on this and see if she's willing to clean. Or deal breaker, get out now or he's going to end up living this way too. A messy but not dirty bitch.
Even if she's not a hoarder, I think your view on reality is kind of changed based on living with hoarders.
Yeah, I mean,
what
if there's
you
stuff
consider
in the sink.
Stuff in the sink is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think she's a hoarder? 2 years after the parents move out, she says, no, this is my parents' problem, not mine.
Listen, I agree. She might not be a hoarder, but she's clearly okay living like that.
Right. She's a complete fucking pig. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, hoarding is like a psychological issue. It's like a psychological problem.
Listen, I have trouble throwing things out. I can tell you right now, I've said this before. My mom used to go through my trash, and now I am so weird about throwing things away. And I have a direct line from that's something my mom did to fuck me up to how I am now. And I acknowledge it, I see it, and I go, just throw shit away, Jared. You'll feel better. It's why Summer Rose, the organizer to the stars, why she was such a relief for me. It felt so good. I think that was compounded by the idea that I have an issue with chucking shit. But I think my issue of chucking shit isn't this level, but it's not nothing. So she has something going on, this woman. Would you date her though?
If it was this might be a double standard. If it was a man, I think I would date him and then get rid of all of his shit. Right. If it was a woman, I could see it being a little bit more of a red flag. If you walked into Emily's apartment house.
Right.
I don't know what she has. And this is what you saw.
Yeah, I would be turned off.
Yeah. I think women get less leeway when it comes to like a disgusting apartment.
Right. And we've talked about this. You and I are disgustings. Like, I have to see a future with this person where we're both kind of disgusting. Like, I don't know if it can really work.
How are you going to raise a baby in this disgusting house?
Right. I don't know. I don't know if a baby's comfortable laying on a bunch of in and out, wrappers and stuff. If I were the brother-in-law, I would say to the woman, if you can't
what's your plan
I
here?
don't know if I say anything.
I would say, what's your plan here? So your parents were hoarders. Now
Right.
you live here. What's the plan?
What's the deal? Right. And honestly, to have a cleaning
it's kind of like the
come
tooth.
in.
What's the plan with the tooth?
Right. What's the plan? Right. Right. If they were like, I'm getting a cleaning crew to come in and do this, this sounds like a big job, is not a life-changing amount of money to spend. Like, if you're able to date, I would assume you're able to spend money on someone to help you with this. And if you can't do that within the next month, I got to like reassess here, because they've been dating for a few months.
Yeah. And I mean, her parents moved out. Did they die there? Like, why did her parents move out of the house?
The floorboards.
Most hoarders wouldn't just leave all their shit. Wouldn't they like want their shit?
I think this is more her than the parent. 2 years? 2 years you just like had this okay? I'm ending it. I don't know.
There's something more to the story that's not beid told. Where'd her hoarder parents go?
Right. It's the non-admission. There's no vulnerability. You're just blaming it on your parents that just up and went. And
yeah, I need to know more.
You're a part of this.
I agree.
Deal breaker.
Something's not coming together there. All right, let's do one more.
J&J. Longtime listener here. Congratulations on the babies, Jordana. And Jared, congrats on the new relationship. Straight to the point. I'm going through some interesting relationship developments, and I want you to judge the situation. I've been in a relationship for almost a year. I moved in with my boyfriend 5 months into the relationship. I'm 32. He's 34. Generally a happy couple with some minor disagreements at times, as usual. In the past week, he has been going through a difficult job change. Unfortunately, I was also not in a happy place myself due to a lot of pressure for my own job. We had a few disagreements because of it, but no major fights. He is more of a loner with this type of situation. Myself, on the other hand, I need time together to unload. We settled to just push through it, trying our best to support each other. Well, a few days ago, he said that a lot has been on his plate lately and he needs me to leave the apartment for a few weeks so he has the space to figure out things. Well, a few days ago, he said that a lot has been on his plate lately and he needs me to leave the apartment for a few weeks so he has the space to figure things out. He explains that he wants to be in a relationship, but he is facing some mental health issues at the moment. And since he cannot be the partner he wants to be for me, he needs space to piece it all together again. I knew from the very beginning that he had a depressive episode in his mid-20s connected to some childhood trauma. It is true that lately he has been a bit off, not as good at house chores, quickly overwhelmed, not talking that much, but we both thought it was just stress. The reasoning behind me leaving, according to him, is that I have a family close to where I live I can stay with. His family is on the opposite side of the country. Of course, I was not happy. I cannot understand this whole thing, but I try to respect it. He offered that I do not pay rent for the months of May and June, but I cover an Airbnb for myself or stay with my family. He also got into therapy again and showed me scheduled sessions in his calendar, specifically pointing out that he would just need a month of being apart. Then we meet and reassess with the end goal of course, me coming back home as soon as possible. I also mentioned that if there's something I can improve, I also count on his feedback then, and I will share mine too. So we are on the same page. On one hand, I think it is mature to try to figure it all out on his side. But on the other hand, why the hell do you need to get rid of me in the process? I'm trying to be understanding as I want to continue the relationship, but this whole situation makes me wonder if this is the right thing to do. I'm afraid it'll keep coming back the longer we're together. I stated that if this goes for longer, I may not be able to stay in such a relationship, and I mean it. But he keeps telling me that he cares about me so much, he wants to fix it or at least try to find a way to feel better and make sure these types of situations won't happen again in the future. Red flag or deal breaker, kicked out and confused. Jordana, what do you think?
She can get an Airbnb or stay with my family?
She can get a nice one.
Let him go get a fucking
2-bedroom.
Airbnb. Let him go get
a nice
an Airbnb.
Airbnb, good part of town. She's got to pay for it though.
That's actually the most infuriating part of this to me is him being like, you can get like, you don't have to pay rent. So
I
you
got
can go
the
get
rent,
an Airbnb or stay with
but
your
you
family.
can get the more expensive Airbnb that doesn't have the amenities and not any of your shit.
You go get an Airbnb. If you want to leave, if you want us to not live together, you leave for a month.
Right.
Like he's trying to like soft launch this breakup.
Yeah, this is a pre-breakup.
This is great, but he's trying to get her out of this house under like positive vibes.
Right. The first rule of war is get them off your land.
Yeah.
Get them out of there. Once what is it?
Take all your shit out of the house while we figure things out.
Listen, I'm really going through a tough time. All I'm going to need you to do is just leave the house while I'm on
immediately.
Dates, and I have my other girlfriends sleep over. Yeah, this is a bad
crazy.
situation.
This is crazy. Okay, listen, I understand. I empathize.
Look at even Ronnie thinks it's crazy.
Yeah, he thinks it's
barking.
bullshit. Ronnie's like, it's like, if you need space, you fucking leave. I'm not going anywhere.
Right. This is his way of making a breakup easier, but also getting his cake and eating it too. It's like, I just don't know what relationship is made better by, hey, let me go off on my Rumspringer and be alone for a while. You know, my spirit
and make
walk,
it your problem. You leave
and make it right, and you get out of here. It doesn't seem like a relationship. Like,
well, who could be in a relationship where that's how the other person handles like a difficult time? Is they need you to leave. That's not like, that's sort of the opposite of that's a friend.
Right. The problem is that if it works, now you've set a precedent where the
You're
relationship is built
every 6 months.
Right. You gotta go, hey, and what he does the whole thing of like mental health, and it's like, that's not really what you can do when you're living with someone. In my opinion, and listen, this is as someone who's not living with someone now and is going to be living with someone in the near future. I don't really count this as a option when I'm going through a tough time when I move in with someone.
Great. Could you leave just for a month? You could get an Airbnb.
He thinks this is an easier way of maybe breaking up. I think he sees this as like, he's not sure about breaking up, but he's pretty sure he could get there. And he needs to know if this is going to work for him being alone. And then he's going to find, wait a minute, I do feel better that I'm not feeling guilty while living in a house with someone that I like but don't want to marry. And for that reason, you should stay in the Airbnb. Like,
he's trying to get you to break up with him.
He's doing a good job. He's almost there.
Right. Well, she's like, if this goes on any longer, I won't be able to be in the relationship. He's like, let's just see how it goes.
What did you say? Say that again. What? Let me get that on tape. Yeah.
Here's my assessment on couples who live together. If one person moves out for any length of time, the relationship is over. If there's a move out, you can go on a trip. Like, here's the thing. This would be totally different if he said, I've been having a really weird mental health time. My family lives across the country. I'm going to go home for a long weekend, even a week. I'm going to go home, just clear my head, think about things. That, not a great sign.
Right. Better than this.
A more respectful, balanced version of this, which is like some ties to normalcy, and again is making his mental health shit his problem, not yours.
Right.
Like you're having a bad mental health month, so I need to pack up all my shit and go get an Airbnb. Like, no, you're the one with the issue.
And you get to pay
leave.
for it. And
Yes.
When she said, I don't have to pay rent, but you got to pay for the Airbnb, you do pay rent.
Right. No, he should continue to pay his rent. And if he needs a break, go home or you get an Airbnb.
Also, let me just give a preview. Friday's episode, we have Dr. Orna from Couples Therapy. And you got to like figure out how this works together, like as a couple. Like,
yeah, this isn't a good solution.
That's the growth of a relationship. I'm going through a tough time. You're going through a tough time. We need to figure out the tools we need to be able to live together for the future. And what he's doing is like, well, let me figure out what I can do for me. And then we'll be better as a couple. Like, that's not how it works.
I'm just imagining, Mike, like imagine you're married, you have 2 kids. Imagine your husband comes up to you and he says, I just need you to move out for like a month while I
take the
while I
kids.
clear my head. You guys could get an Airbnb, or you can go to your parents'
Yeah.
house, whichever you want. The choice is
Right.
I'm leaving it up to you.
That's why we're on the same page. We're like, this is a pre-breakup, because what he's trying, it's not logical that this is the way that you guys become a better couple. It is logical that this is a way to get you out of the house, and then, oh wow, all I got to do is move the rest of your shit out, and now we're broken up for real. Like, it's made it easy on him.
Right. This is whatever the opposite of a soft launch getting into announcing a relationship is. This is a soft launch exit.
Soft breakup.
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, deal breaker for me.
Definitely.
I don't
What
think.
What if they wanted a week? And they left, and they did what I was saying.
If
they went
did
home.
if my girlfriend was like, "Hey, I just need a minute. I gotta go home." We still have to talk about it. We still have to figure out how we do it. You know, like, we still have to figure out what the situation is. We have to figure out what we can do to not have another you leaving for a week.
Yeah.
You know, like, so you're kind of like pushing that off by leaving. I can understand it. Like, hey, I'm going to go get a couple nights sleep. We need to, I got to take a break from us discussing this just for a minute so I can like figure out how we're going to attack this. That's a little different.
Right. I still can't get over it. So you leave.
So you're going to get out. And he's doing the thing that we see more and more. He's told you about his episode he had in his 20s, and now he's got mental health issues. Like, this feels like he's avoiding.
He's weaponizing the mental health issues, which I don't like either. Because like, you can have mental health issues and work through them with someone and not have that as an excuse to make whatever decision you want.
Right. Or you're not ready to be in a relationship and you need to break up. Like, hey,
they moved in pretty quick. They moved in 5 months in.
Listen, same. I'm doing that. So like, it can happen and work.
Yeah.
It can happen and not work. That's the risk you take.
That's true.
Ronnie's so upset by this email.
I know. He's very upset. Don't worry. You're not going anywhere.
Don't worry. You're staying. For now, Ronnie.
For now. I'm going to need, Ron, I'm going to need you to get an Airbnb, or you can go stay with someone else.
Listen, we solved dating again.
We did it. We'll be back on Friday.
Boom.